Dear learners, welcome to today's lesson. The name of our today's lesson is Reading Aloud and Silent Reading. Today we will discuss about types of reading, ways of reading, advantages and challenges of reading aloud, advantages and challenges of silent reading, sub-skills of reading, recommended procedure to be followed for reading. Types of reading. There are two types of reading. One is reading aloud and another one is silent reading. Ways of reading. Searching for specific information. For example, we can read an advertisement for a museum to find which days it's open. Reading to get important points. We can read a cooking recipe to get information about the ingredients of that item or what are the steps of making that item. These are the important points of this recipe. Reading for the one main idea. We can read a newspaper review of a new film to get an overall idea or main idea about the film. Reading every word carefully. When we read a legal agreement, here basically we have to read each word very carefully because each word is very important here. Reading quickly or carefully depending on how you feel about what you are reading. When we read a story or a poem for pleasure, we can read it according to our interest. So one can read it quickly, another one can read it carefully. Advantages of reading aloud. Reading aloud helps students make connection between sounds and spelling, especially for the students of lower primary. It can help students to develop reading quickly, which is called skimming a text. Students get chance to listen to English and develop pronunciation. Challenges of reading aloud. Some students may enjoy reading aloud and others may feel very anxious. Those who are fluent in reading, they might enjoy the reading, but those who are not so fluent in reading, they may feel very anxious. Student can lose concentration when listening to others read a text. If students are reading aloud, then other students may not hear. It might happen especially in case of a large group of students. If students read aloud, then only a few students get a chance to read when it is a large group. It is often difficult to understand a text when you read it aloud as you are concentrating on other things. Advantages of silent reading. Students can read at their own speed here. This can be difficult for teachers managing the class, but good for students. Teachers have free time and can work around the classroom and help individual students as they are reading. It can be easier for students to concentrate, especially if they have something to do while they are reading. For example, if the students are asked to find out answer of such questions during their reading, here the students will be able to concentrate on the text during silent reading to find out the answers of the questions. In case of silent reading, it can be easier for students to understand the meaning of a text if they read silently as they are focusing on the meaning. It reduces students' anxiety also. Challenges of silent reading. Here, the teachers have less opportunity to check students' pronunciation because here the students are reading silently. Students may skip words either intentionally or accidentally. Sub-skills of reading. One is prediction. Prediction is like a forecast or predict about something. Scanning. Here, reading rapidly in order to find specific facts from a text. Skimming. Skimming is reading rapidly in order to get a general overview of the material. Reading for comprehension. Here, reading is for understanding about the text. Recommended procedure to be followed for reading. Read the text aloud slowly and clearly while the class follows silently in their books. Ask pupils to read text again silently and then complete the first post-reading questions, working in pairs or small groups. Go over the answer with the pupils, then proceed the other questions in the same way. If appropriate, ask the pupils to read the text aloud once they have completed all the questions and are very familiar with the text in order to find specific bits of information. It is important that children begin to learn how to summarize a story or poem, to say what the story or the poem is about. There is always a question which asks them to choose the sentence that best summarizes the story or poem. So, what we have learned from this lesson: types of reading, 5 ways of reading, advantages and challenges of loud reading and silent reading, 4 sub-skills of reading, recommended procedure to be followed for reading. Thank you all. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning.